So I talked about before how Chofi, my teacher, my speech teacher, created this classroom that you just kind of going to the same hall with all these people. You kind of have this weird respect thing for all of them. And today Skylar walked in. It was supposed to be review day. She tried for like half the period, then she just gave up. But Skylar walked into the room and he said something. Then I got into discussion with him, and he sat down with me and Mara. Mara's some girl I started recently talking to a lot last week during class. Um, yeah, she's cool. But Skylar, he's been in my classes since 7th grade, and we've always been around each other, just never really talked. Skylar's fantastic. He's messy, he's disorganized, he's not as smart, he's like me. But we talk about all these different things. And it's just, first of all, I want to say that it's just kind of weird and magical, kind of, that we had this conversation after not even knowing each other well. And it's because of this whole classroom, just the feel of it. We talked about our beliefs. I don't believe in anything. Mara believes in Christianity. She's a strong Christian. Goes on mission trips and stuff for the church. Skylar believes in something. So we're different levels of that. And Mara mentioned how she'd kill herself if she didn't believe in God. I mentioned that's one of my biggest problems. Then we did get to the topic of suicide and stuff, and self-harm. They saw the marks on my arms. I knew, Skylar knew they were there. And we just we were talking about all this stuff. We also talked about how, since I don't believe in an afterlife, why do I continue with life here? And how does that affect me? And I think that's a big part of who I am. The fact that I don't believe in an afterlife. So instead of stressing about school right now, instead of stressing about getting good grades and doing all my work and stuff, I relax. I don't stress. I do whatever I want in class. I write these crazy essays about nothing. And I don't care if I get a 0 on it. I do what I want. Because I don't believe in an afterlife, so why not just have fun now? Don't stress. I don't even believe in the future. Like, I believe in the future, but I've always kind of limited myself in terms of life. So I've been doing what I want. And we all are not typically going with what society wants, all three of us. We're all kind of odd and outcast. We don't want to do the typical school, college, job, retire, have kids, whatever. We don't want that. And we just had this conversation about suicide and self-harm, and we touched on homosexuality a bit, and the fact that people should be allowed to do what they want. In fact, it doesn't matter to us if girls sleep around as long as it's safe. It was just this conversation, and it was so great because we hardly knew each other, and we felt comfortable enough. I wouldn't admit suicidal thoughts to anyone else. Honestly, I don't even admit it online most of the time, for fear of being judged or whatever. I don't know, and it was amazing. And that's really, I could go on to details about what we talked about, but it was just weird and magical and great, and I love it. It was just fantastic. I'll never forget it, really. I kind of want to talk to Skylar more, but I'm not sure where we would be. I don't know. But I don't know. I love conversations like that. It doesn't happen often enough, but I felt less alone. Because they had these strange and weird and terrible feelings like I did. That I was alone in that, but I'm not. I'm really not alone. And it feels great, and it feels nice, and it feels good to know that maybe I'm not always an outcast. That maybe people do kind of think like that. And it was great, and I feel so good about it. And if I watch this back later, this is one of the videos I want to watch because I want to remember this. I want to remember how Chofi changed who I am because she set up this classroom where I could talk about this stuff. And yeah, that's really what I want to remember. Wow, it was great. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.